What's up YouTube? Welcome to, well, it's a sad video. This is the Season 7 predictions video. And, well, if you're anything like me, your face looks like Cersei right now when she looked at Jaime. And Jaime was like, giving her the stare of, what have you done? Seriously, what have you done? Yes, that is how I feel about the wait for Season 7. However, we can discuss what will possibly happen in Season 7. So the most glaring thing at the moment is the big division, possibly between Jaime and Cersei. As you can see here in the image, Jaime Lannister became the Oathbreaker and was pretty much treated like crap by everyone who had some sort of honour in the kingdoms, such as the Blackfish, etc. And, well, he did it really for good reasons. He didn't really do it just to save his house or anything particular. He did it because, well, the Mad King wanted to burn absolutely everything in the world. He wanted to burn everything. Now, we're not sure. There are theories that it was Bran who kind of did that kind of time-walking thing and then kind of spoke to him, but I'm not really sure. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. However, the really big problem here is, well, so Jaime pretty much killed the Mad King to stop him burning everything, and Cersei has just done what he exactly wanted to do, albeit on a smaller scale. He destroyed the scepter, and, well, yeah, there's going to be a big division there. Could possibly link Lannisters and obviously the Targaryens together, which would be a very interesting marriage there, because now we know that, well, Jon Snow can't really marry Dany, but obviously the Targaryens do actually marry their cousins or whatever. They in-marry, but I'm going to talk about that in a sec. So the big problem here is the division between the brother and sister couple here. So I expect him to possibly turn on her and her to get even crazier due to that. We also have the biggest mystery kind of solved, which is the Tower of Joy. We know that Jon Snow is obviously the son of Lyanna Stark. However, his father is someone who is really not one to shout the shout the walls down, because, yeah, there's a lot of problems with him being the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, who is obviously a Targaryen, and Robert absolutely smashed the face in the battle. So if you remember, Robert Baratheon pretty much won the whole war by killing Rhaegar Targaryen at the Twins with his hammer. So, well, this is going to set up quite a lot. We're going to have more flashbacks, I think, with Bran seeing what happened at the Twins, seeing his young father and Robert Baratheon win there, and also see a lot of Rhaegar Targaryen and what led to the Tower of Joy. So in Season 7, expect a lot more flashbacks and to learn more of the importance of Jon Snow being a Targaryen. So this is probably going to set up the Prince Who Was Promised theory, which is who is the Azar Ahai reborn, which is possibly Daenerys, and it now can be Jon Snow. Now we know that he is a Targaryen. Okay, so let's move on to Bran Stark more in detail here. So if you were eagle-eyed, you will have noticed that the weirwood tree that Benjen left Bran and Mira Reed at was really the weirwood tree that in Season 1 you had Jon Snow and Samwell Tarly, as long as with other members of the Night's Watch. That is where they swear their oath, because there are, obviously, we focus quite a lot on the religion of the Seven, and there are two religions here. We've got the older religion, which is the pray to the old gods, which is very much what the Children of the Forest pray to, etc., and is a lot of the magic and the older stuff, which will probably come into play quite a lot more now. And you had the newer religion, which was a lot of self-hating, I would say a big allegory for Catholicism, and then you've got the pagan rituals of the North there, which is just the mastery of writing of George Martin is just stunning here when you think about it. When you go into this detail of it. But anyway, moving on to Bran Stark, more in depth again, he's very close to the wall. He isn't that far from the wall whatsoever, because obviously they were able to go and pray to the weirwood tree in season 1 in a very short amount of time, quite quickly, say their oath and come back to the wall. So he's not that far. I expect him to go back down to meet Jon Snow again. He'll find out just what's going on, because obviously Bran has been out of it. I'm not sure if he saw much of what was going on in the Seven Kingdoms, but yeah, it's quite a lot for him to process, and he won't know a lot of what is happening at the moment. So I expect him to meet Jon Snow, have more visions, explain to Jon Snow who his parents are, and watch his mind blown as he finds out he is actually a Targaryen, which will play a big role in the coming war. So by far, possibly, a lot happened. You've got the Targaryen, possibly lineage for Jon Snow. You've got Aria killing off the Frey kids, and also you've got Cersei Lannister blowing up the Scepter of the Baelor. However, in just probably about a minute of the end and the right at the end of the finale, we're going to look at, finally, Daenerys Targaryen, Stormborn, etc. Name bloody, got a billion names. Well, she finally has her ships and her army. 6 seasons later, she has finally done it. She has her huge army of the... Well, it looks like the Unsullied are flying and sailing under the Targaryen banners. You have the Greyjoy banners there as well. I'm sure she's probably got a load of ex-slaves and ex-pit fighters from her freed cities as well, possibly flying and sailing under the Targaryen banners as well. The Second Sons are back in the east, looking after and staying there and making sure that shit doesn't go down again. So she kind of has an empire already. She's got, I think it's 3 cities at the moment she has. So she's going to land near King's Landing, and I expect possibly it will start with them maybe trying to attack King's Landing straight away, just as a sheer force of will. I mean, you've got the dragons who can blow it up instantly. However, she does have the Tyrells and the Martells on her side. So Lady Olenna pretty much said, well, she can control the grain, so they can starve out King's Landing as long as they wanted to be honest, because they control all of the food, unless they have a kind of Davos Seaworth-esque guy going in and really trying to give them onions and then they can make him a knight, but no, that's not going to happen. I would possibly say, I'm going to go out on a limb, a complete whim and a limb, etc., and say that they are going to destroy King's Landing straight away and set up ready and destroy the rest of the kingdoms. Maybe. I don't know. It would be a pretty short season if that happened. So if they don't do that, then it's going to be just kind of a power struggle. This will be the Targaryen conquest. Jon Snow will side with her, as obviously they need the dragon glass, etc. And then season 8 will be the War for the Dawn. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. So Aria as well is, what I expect possibly is for her to go around and kill the rest of the people on her bucket list that she wants to be destroyed. She went full faceless, and I can't really see Lady Stoneheart coming back now. I think that possibly Aria will be doing the role of Lady Stoneheart by killing off the enemies of the Starks, and then she'll probably go back to Winterfell once she is happy with what has happened. Also, an interesting thing as well, which I didn't pick up on first of all, is that, well, in the kind of scene, she says "my lord" when she is impersonating the lowborn girl instead of "my lord," which in Harrenhal, when she come across Tywin Lannister, he gave her a tip that pretty much said that if you are impersonating a low-born girl, they say milady. So she kind of forgot her tips there from Tywin, who helped her out quite a lot. So this season 7 will be fantastic. I think we're going to have all-out war across the kingdoms. I think Euron, not much is going to happen with that. He hasn't got his dragon horn, which he can control dragons, and he probably won't have nearly as many ships as Daenerys as well. So expect that to happen as well. He'll expect him to be wiped out. And I'm just excited for season 7. It's going to be fantastic. So drop a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this. I will be posting more theory videos as I go through, probably debunking the theories which we thought were going to happen possibly so far, which, yeah, sucks. But I was on point with the wildfire. So drop a like and a subscribe and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.